Hey everyone, welcome to Meeple Bits. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Organizing Bits, where we grade some components in the game Brass Birmingham. We're not going to do Lancashire because, well, one, I didn't print anything for it, and two, I play Birmingham more, so I really wanted to get this one an upgrade. So with that, let's go ahead and dive into what I've done to upgrade some of the components and resources for Brass Birmingham, starting with a third-party purchase from MeepleSource. We purchased these very nice um, iron and coal pieces. These nuggets, these are, I don't know, this is definitely some sort of metal or at least metal cast. It's weighty, it feels really good, and these are much better than the old orange cubes that were in the original game. Additionally are the coal pieces, which again have a lot of really nice details and ridges in them, and really just sort of adds, well, a little experience to the components. Again, these are a little bit lighter than the metal irons, but still feels really good. So it was starting with this purchase that I picked up while I was at Gen Con that made me wanted to then take it a little bit further and explore upgrading a few other things. And so I did. I upgraded the trains and the canals. So we've got trains and we've got canals, or the boats and the ships. We did each of these in all four player colors. So I did the best I could. There's my purple. I did the best that I could with the colors that I had available for me. So purple, orange, light silver, grayish person, and then yellow. So here's what I went with for the components. And these are just general 3D printed files available on Thingiverse. Links will be in the description below. And the same with the trains. We did, again, just a standard PLA filament in each of the player colors. And these are going to replace the tiles that come with the standard game. So I haven't yet got the game to the table since printing these, but I put them on the board just to sort of test it out, make sure that it would work out, and it did. And one thing that I really enjoyed about adding this particular element is that it was vastly easier to see these components on the board and quicker identify someone's general network. And so that was really one of the plus sides of doing this project. That and just grabbing them and feeling them is a lot better. So I did each of them, and I had to create separate baggies for them. So that's what we've done to upgrade the components for Brass. So if you just wanted to come and check out the upgrades and what I've done, well, the video's ended for you. However, I ran into a small snag when going through and putting them into the box. Number one, I had to discard the orange and black wooden tokens. Oh, sorry, one more thing. The beer for Birmingham also got an upgrade. Almost forgot. So the beer are these nice, heavy, weighted wooden barrels. So it's still very close to it's identical size as the original ones, but they're nicely crafted, textured, and detailed, and they have a little bit more weight to them. So each of these, these ones were also in that these all came together from MeepleSource. Now, the snag that I ran into was I had to make room in the box to fit the new 3D printed pieces in there. So I had to, one, discard um, the wooden tokens for the coal and iron and beer. So those are no more. These are one-to-one, so I have exactly enough of these to do what I need to do. Then I had to be really creative, I guess, because I looked for inserts that I wanted to print for Brass. However, because I don't design inserts and I print them, I could not locate an insert that was default to the box that allowed for me to put the iron clays in there. So I still haven't done a proper insert. So I wanted to make the best use of the room that was available for me. And as a result, here's how we have to put the box together. So you'll notice already, the game does have a little bit of a lip, and that's okay. It's a very weighty box. Okay. So normally everything would go down here. Um, but again, I had to make a few modifications. So starting with these tokens will go up into the top tray next to the other deck of cards. So sort of in the resource where the irons go, right above the clays. Next, I needed to still keep these wooden tokens because I don't have anything else for them. I could, I guess, discard the trains and canal tokens to try to make a little more room, but I didn't want to go that far. So with these, I have to really fold them up tightly and then sort of sandwich configure them off to the sides and try to flatten it as best as I'm able. So once we've got that, there we go. Then we're able to fit 3 components down here, and then the last component, or the last pieces for the other player color we had to put up top. And this is sort of what we're left with now. So here we had to really press them tightly and make sure that they weren't spread long ways because that was adding too much height to the box somehow. And that's it. We had to discard the wooden tokens to make sure that we had enough room. Now, this does still add a little bit extra lip, but this one I actually store horizontal, not vertically, so I don't need to worry too much about how much excess lip there is because it'll always be stored like this. So that'll do it for this one, guys. If you have any questions about these components for the upgrades for the trains, the canals, the iron, the beer, and the coal, leave a comment down below. Happy to answer them as best as I can. If you enjoyed the video, I do appreciate the support. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe. And as always, everyone, until next time, thanks so much for watching.